St. James Academy technology proposal for the 2016-2017 school year. Let's bring a new STEM program and tech support for teachers to St. James Academy. Why, you might ask? When looking at our needs assessment, it was very clear that we have incredible resources at our school. We have one-to-one iPads, smartboards, a computer lab stocked with new Chromeboxes, and much more. But it was also very clear that teachers need more training in order to use these resources. We have amazing teachers at SJA, but as a teacher, it's difficult to use a tool in the classroom that we're not comfortable with. I've heard many teachers say that the technology takes away from learning more than it adds to it. They attribute this to technical difficulties, students forgetting their passwords, and just an overall sense of not knowing how to use the devices well enough. But who can blame them? Teachers have so much on their plates that it's hard to carve out time to do research and professional development on their own. That's where the tech support teacher would come in. We all know that St. James Academy teachers wear many hats. I'm proposing that we develop a new position on our St. James Academy faculty. This staff member would serve as a STEM teacher for grades K through 8 and would also become the tech support person for classroom teachers. So you're probably wondering, what would this new position look like? This teacher would teach STEM twice a week for each grade, kindergarten through 6th. And for junior high, the students could choose STEM as one of their weekly electives. This teacher would also support classroom teachers in their use of technology. They would spend time in classrooms and assist while the classroom teachers are implementing iPad projects. This staff member would also provide professional development workshops for the St. James Academy faculty and staff at monthly meetings. They would research and attend local professional development conferences. They would also do professional development online and create support systems for the school. For example, they could create how-to screencasts for things like how to use Weebly, how to embed a video onto your website, how to use certain applications, etc. They would essentially be the go-to person for all of the classroom teachers when they had questions about technology. So some of you may be asking, what is STEM? Here's a short video to give you a better idea about STEM.
STEM. It's one of the most talked about topics in education. But what exactly is STEM? STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, but it's more than that. STEM has grown to represent a unique approach to teaching and learning, one that centers around individual students' learning styles and interests. This means STEM education has something to offer every student. Unlike traditional education experiences in which subject areas are concentrated on separately, STEM education emphasizes technology and integrates subjects in ways that connect disciplines and relate them to each other. So why is STEM getting so much attention? STEM moves beyond simple test performance and focuses on developing higher-level thinking skills by connecting classroom learning to the real world. STEM emphasizes collaboration, communication, research, problem-solving, critical thinking, and creativity, skills that students need to be successful in today's world, regardless of specific interests or career goals. STEM is a direct response to the realization that our future will be built on our capacity for innovation, invention, and creative problem solving. Unfortunately, the United States is falling behind internationally, ranked 17th in science and 25th in mathematics among industrialized nations. It will become more and more difficult to remain competitive in the global economy. However, as a result of STEM implementation over the last decade, the number of 4th grade students performing at or above basic levels in math has grown almost 30%. The evidence is out there, and it points to STEM education being a vital part in the future of the American education system and our ability to effectively train future global innovators and world leaders.
So now you're probably asking, why STEM at St. James? What are the objectives for implementing this program? Well, enrichment is one of our huge goals at St. James, and a program like STEM would offer weekly enrichment opportunities to students. It would also create opportunities for critical thinking, teamwork, and creative design. STEM is a program that reaches all different types of learners, and it gives students the skills they will need for career readiness. Not to mention, it would be great for marketing. We're always trying to boost enrollment, and STEM programs are the biggest buzzword out there in elementary schools right now. Not to mention that kids love it. My students light up when given the opportunity to participate in hands-on learning, design and develop their own projects, and share their learning through technology. So what would the program look like? Students would have STEM in all grades twice a week, once during their old lab time and once during their computer time. That way, within the course of the week, the students could have time to research and come up with a design plan to solve their problem of the week, and students would then execute that plan during their second class period and debrief the process as a class. Some weeks the lessons would be more science-based, kind of like a lab format, that would connect directly with the curriculum that's being taught by their classroom teacher. Other weeks there would be more of a technology focus, and also there's going to be a lot of problem solving and engineering involved. Many weeks and many different lessons will incorporate science, technology, engineering, and math all together. In general, all of the learning would be hands-on, project-based group work where students would be required to think critically, design a plan, and execute it. The STEM teacher would be responsible for communicating with classroom teachers to ensure that the lessons are connecting to grade level curriculum. Please see the handout for an example syllabus of what one trimester in a fourth grade STEM class would look like. When researching how to implement this program at St. James, I thought a lot about our school's mission statement and our school-wide learning expectations, and I think that the program fits really well with the goals that we've set for ourselves at St. James. So our mission statement says that St. James Academy provides a student-centered educational environment focused on Catholic faith, service, and leadership that is based upon a challenging curriculum that prepares students to lead productive and successful lives. Looking at our school-wide learning expectations, we also look for things like critical thinking skills, problem solving, integrating tools of technology, and being able to communicate not only locally but globally. I also looked into some of the laws around enrichment programs in California, and Section 52200 of California Ed Code states that the legislator finds and declares that it is in the public interest to support unique opportunities for high-achieving and underachieving pupils in the public, elementary, and secondary schools of California. Okay, so now we need to talk about funding. How much money would we need to implement a program like this? Well, of course we would need a teacher. So this teacher would be a full-time staff member, so it would cost the salary of one teacher. I've also included a budget for supplies, which I think would be about $500 for the year, so that would be annually. And then this teacher would also need to attend local tech and STEM conferences. So a lot of the professional development money would actually come from our Title II funds from the Solana Beach School District. But for the program, because we no longer have a science lab teacher and our current computer teacher will be part-time, I'm thinking that if we combined those two roles, we could potentially have enough money in our budget for a full-time teacher in the 2016-2017 school year. I would also recommend that we promote this program and focus our gala fundraising efforts to support STEM. By implementing a new STEM program at our school, I expect great results. This program would allow students to practice 21st century digital literacy and critical thinking skills that are so important in today's world. Students need opportunity to be creative, to practice teamwork, to problem solve, and to connect to their learning. STEM will give them the opportunity to learn and grow in so many ways. I also expect, with a tech support staff member at our school, that teachers would feel a lot more comfortable using technology in the classroom, and we will use our resources to their full potential. Choose STEM.